Hey, I'm Matt with Meat Church. Let's grill fajitas. Well, there's nothing more Texan than grilling a huge plate of fajitas. I moved to Texas when I was 13, and a sizzling plate of fajitas walking through a restaurant, I think is my second memory of Texas. The first being when I drove in and I saw the tall buildings. I'd never seen anything like that. But everybody eats fajitas, whether it's Taco Tuesday or whatever. But you guys have seen me making this on Instagram for my family, and I get a lot of comments about you should cook that, and I've just thought, well, it's really simple. And then last week, a guy said to me, hey, I was making fajitas and I was shocked that you don't have that on meatchurch.com. So what I thought I would do tonight is just show you literally how I'm gonna make my family's dinner, which is going to be grilled fajitas. We're gonna start with sauteing some vegetables. We're gonna grill this sirloin flat meat. We're gonna make our famous pico. The recipe's been on meatchurch.com for 10 years. It's an amazing snack, longer than 10 years actually. We're gonna make fresh guac and we're gonna pull it all together in the end. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be delicious. Fajitas originated in Texas, typically made with a skirt steak, but today we're gonna make it with sirloin flat. Years ago, someone gave me that tip and it's just a lot more tender, but it's very similar. You can see how thin it is. Looks just like skirt. I got this at my local HEB. So before I jump into that, first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna get my vegetables going. Got a skillet over here heating up. Gonna throw a little bit of beef tallow down in the pan. Just got onions and bell peppers. I'll put this over here to cook. I'm always cooking this meal on my meal scale yakitori, so this is just a charcoal grill that I have fun with. It's got Meat Church lump charcoal in it, so we'll let that be rolling back there. And let's get a couple pieces of this sirloin flap going. All right, well, obviously we're going to season this with our fajita seasoning, but while I'm getting this ready, let me talk about that a little bit. Always use your favorite seasoning. But our fajita seasoning means a ton to me because it's one of the first seasonings we came out with. It was the birth of our mascot, now known as Mito Bandito. But this little illustration here, it's one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. Just something I thought was cool. And man, he's all over the place now. But we go light. This is a seasoning, not a rub. And the one thing I'll hear about it from people is it's salty. Well, it has less salt in it than a lot of our other seasonings. So a little bit goes a long way. And we actually use a lot of this in my house because it's a big time vegetable seasoning in our house. I also love Blanco, but man, you know, using this on vegetables, if you've never done our Mexican pulled pork or Mexican brisket, those are recipes that we'll put a card up here for. They're not all that Mexican. There's a funny backstory behind it when you watch the video, but it's a savory way to make pulled pork and brisket that's super delicious, so very popular. But again, use whatever you want. All right, this is seasoned up. We're gonna hop over here to the grill and we're gonna grill it up. All right, so use my hand, hold it 3 seconds. I like it a little warmer. I'm gonna drop this down 1 level. On we go. Boom. Beautiful. This is one of the few things I don't actually temp, believe it or not. People in my family, they like varying degrees of doneness. There's people in my family that like this stuff, like, believe it or not, like pretty charred. But this stuff is so tender, it's hard to screw up. Cook it to your desired doneness, and you're gonna love it. We're gonna make fresh tortillas. We're gonna make the pico, we're gonna make guac. I usually put this with street corn, rice beans, whatever the family's kind of feeling. It's gonna be good. All right, like get it looking good on both sides, and then I just continue to flip until it looks how I want it. All right, these are looking super sexy. By the way, this is not me trying to use another Yeti product. These things blew up on TikTok because Hispanics at their carne asada were throwing the meat in there. It works great while you're gonna keep cooking more meat like I'm about to do. All right, onions look good. Let's put them in an insulated bowl. Set those aside. Got to make tortillas. So I buy these raw tortillas, my local HEB, easy, onto a skillet or grill until you see bubbles on one side, flip for about 20 seconds on the other, then back to the original side for about 20 seconds. You'll figure it out, super easy. Let's make our famous pico. This recipe has been on meatchurch.com since 2014. My buddy Rodney Poldrack that I used to work with back at Pinson Financial Services taught me this years ago. And this is a weekend snack at our house all the time. We make this, we buy chips, and we crush it all weekend, but it obviously goes great with this meal and it's very easy. To speed it up, we've actually prepared everything. Super simple. A dozen Roma tomatoes. I like to gut them and dice them. 1 red onion diced. 1 bunch of cilantro diced up. 1 to 2 jalapenos, I'm going 2. The juice of 2 to 3 limes, whatever you like. We're gonna season it with Meat Church Blanco. You could also add some garlic or garlic salt if you like. All right, the pico looks absolutely beautiful. Time for the guac. So this is 6 small avocados. My guac is not too crazy. And anytime I'm making it when I make my pico, I just add pico to it instead of, you know, just doing tomatoes or whatever else. Let's start out with half of a lime. Season with a little Blanco. Boom. Then I'll usually will just put some right on top for garnish. All right. Boom. Okay, well, we know the meat's still hot here because it's steaming like crazy. Got all my stuff out here. Let's just build this and go. Fajitas are to your liking. But the one main thing, you got to cut against the grain. That's what makes it tender. Cut those muscle fibers. So I'll normally kind of cut it in half here and then just cut right across the grain. I can tell you that is tender. That's so good. I will tell you that we got another seasoning coming out in a couple weeks. More about that next week. That would be super good on this, but this is really good just like this. I'm going handsies here. By the way, it's Meat Church, but these vegetables with fajita seasoning, I could eat this whole bowl. All right, we're going a little guac. Usually, I will just use that for chips since I put so much of that in here. Ooh, man. But we're gonna go right on top. Add some more. Look at that. Now that's a fajita. It's kind of crazy vegetable to meat ratio, but that was a lot of meat, so here we go. That does not suck. Pure Texas right there. This is really coming through because it's so fresh. But the seasoning on the fajita, obviously not too salty. Talked about that in the beginning. Amazing flavor. The sirloin flap is just crazy tender. Like, which that makes it nothing worse than biting into some fajitas that are tough and you got to kind of give them a pull. But this is amazing. This is a cheap meal, and this is why my family likes it all the time. It's tough to beat. So glad we finally did this on our channel. If you like what we're doing, please make sure you like and subscribe. We put these weekly how-to videos out every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central. The next couple weeks, we've already got filmed. We've got some really good videos coming up, but like I said, a new seasoning. You guys are gonna love that. And be sure to check out our podcast as well. We'll put a card at the end of the video so you guys can hop over to the podcast. Thanks for being here. See y'all next week.